Hey guys, it's Ernestine Romero. Keep it right here with Throwdown Mix, and of course my really special friend, Mr. KJ, Mr. Karaoke Joe. Check out my website at ernestinromero.com. Besos, un abrazo para todos ustedes. Bye.
Hi everyone, this is Rosa from Washington State.
Hi, this is Sonia de la Paz.
This is G5 from Naples, Florida.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ray Ray from San Antonio, Texas.
Hi, this is Erica with Meant to Be Promotions from San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, this is Juan Man from Burke Burnett.
Hello, this is Hilda M. Peña from HP Promotions.
Hey y'all, this is Laura Cameron from Tampa, Florida.
This is Ruben Hernandez from New Mex Radio.
¿Qué pasa, raza? This is Javier El Gatito Hernandez from New Mex Radio.
Make sure you listen to Karaoke Joe.
Hey, this is Rebecca Denise from the Monday Night Jam Session.
This is Kayla Ulrich from Del Norte, Colorado.
This is the Godfather, Mr. Tejano Swag.
Aisha, muévete conmigo.
This is New Mexico's very own Reyes Lil Ray Montoya, and you're on the mix with Karaoke Joe on Throwdown.
This is Olivia
Willie,
parents of the late great Ernestine Romero
from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And I'm in the mix with Karaoke Joe.
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 It's time to throw down. Let's go.
Time to throw down. Let's go.
I'm in the mix with Karaoke Joe. Time to throw down. Let's go.
Time to throw down. Let's go.
Y aquí estoy en el mix con Karaoke Joe.
And I'm in the mix with Karaoke Joe, and it's time to throw down. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's go.
And I'm in the mix with my brother, Karaoke Joe. Time to throw down.
We are in the mix with KJ. Karaoke Joe. Time to throw down. Let's go.
This is Perla Judith, and you're listening to this year's Best Internet Radio Personality winner.
KJ always says, time to throw down. Let's go.
Let's go.
And you're listening to Karaoke Joe on Throwdown Mix.
It's Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Big G's TC Radio. I hope everybody had a great Monday, a great start to your Monday. Mine was a Monday. Man, it was a Monday. Work was rough. I've been up since 4. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a great day coming up to you, a great show coming up to you, because we got the one and only Carlos Aldaco from Aldaco and Midwest All Stars coming in, and I cannot wait to talk to him about a little bit of music, the Midwest All Stars, songs they got coming up, tours, the All Star Music Awards nomination, and everything else that comes up with the Midwest All-Stars out there, guys. A big thank you going out to everybody for joining us. Little shout going out to Mary out there. Little shout going out to Carlos. We're fixing to jump him on. Felipe out there, my brother from another mother. Sophia out there. Yolanda listening in. Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much for hooking up this interview. Violeta coming in. Thank you so much. Christy and Jesse, thank you so much. Guys, once again, it's going to be a huge honor. I've been wanting to talk to Midwest All-Stars for a while already, and we're finally going to get it dropped in for y'all guys. So we're going to start off with a track right quick just to get y'all warmed up, and then we're going to get Carlos live on the phone out here, guys. So enjoy the music and stand by all the family out there, friends and fans of Aldaco and the Midwest All-Stars. Make sure y'all tag all your friends and tell them we're fixing to throw it down right here. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Vic G's TC Radio. Pura vida, baby. Let's go. Little shot going out to Evelina out there. Felipe.
His last name was Flores. He came up from Juarez looking for hell of a time. With the blonde senorita and a tall margarita, we danced on the tables all night. Then I said adios, Casamigos is taking me home tonight. 'Cause he don't love me like tequila does. Nobody can. He don't give me that border town buzz like tequila does. I'd sure like to find a cowboy tonight to get me back in the saddle. But the boys around here drink domestic beer. They all have no cattle. But I won't sleep alone, 'cause my old pal Patron is taking me home tonight. They don't love me like tequila does. Nobody can. They don't give me that border town buzz like tequila does. Well, I might as well face it. I'm always chasing a kiss with a twist of lime. When I'm drinking doubles, I'm nothing but trouble, and trouble so easy to find. Hand me a sombrero, 'cause Jose Cuervo is taking me home tonight. No, they don't love me like tequila does. Nobody cares. They don't give me that border town buzz like tequila does. No, they don't love me like tequila does. Nobody cares. They don't give me that border town buzz like tequila does. They don't give me that border town buzz like tequila does.
Once again, a little shock going out to Mary out there. Guys, I'm all excited, guys. It's been a while that I've been wanting to really drop this down with y'all in the Midwest All-Stars. But live in the studio out there, guys, we got Carlos Aldaco. Brother, can you hear me out there? Hello, let me turn it up for God. There we go. All right, can you hear me now, brother?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you again for the opportunity to get you on. Yolanda hit me up the other day and said, hey, you want to drop an interview? And I said, of course.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for the opportunity. It's been in the works for a while, but we've been talking back and forth, and
yes, sir.
With the busy schedules and whatnot, I'm glad that we're able to do this, and I want to thank my mother Yolanda, my manager as well, for getting everything together for us and making this happen.
Yes, sir. Y'all been so busy on the road. Y'all been dropping music. I mean, and I've been patiently waiting my turn.
Yeah, it's been real busy for us, and like I said, it gets tiring, but it's all worth it in the end, because it's just something that's been in the family for so long, and it's something that we want to continue on for, you know, the fans and all you guys that, you know, make everything possible for playing our music, pushing our music, because without any of you guys, you know, none of this would be possible. So
Yes,
we
sir.
thank you.
Well, thank you very much, brother. You know, we've been jamming y'all's music for a while already, and everybody grooves on it, and it's just crazy. I'm gonna let you kind of give a little bit of history right quick on J.R. Aldaco and the Midwest All Stars, because it's so crazy that y'all are all the way on top of the country up there in Michigan and representing the Tejano, which is all the way on the bottom of the country. Like, I'll go down and let you give an intro to the band and how y'all started all this, brother.
Yeah, I just well, actually, I want to just take it back a little bit because, you know, there's a lot of history that you know and some may not know. But this is a family music legacy that got started back in the 1960s by my grandfather, Mr. Juvel Daco Sr., who started it all back then with, you know, the traditional conjunto music. And then, you know, come the late, you know, early 80s, you know, around there, that's when my dad and uncles joined. And then that's when they brought the groove, you know, to the Tejano scene. And then, you know, with the saxophones, keyboards, accordion, mashed it all together. And, you know, they put out the sound that they had back then. And from 1960s, it went all the way on until about 2010. So I want to give my hats off, you know, to my grandfather, my dad and uncles. You know, my dad's been in the music business for 47 years now.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, being on the road for so long, it just, you know, it just came to a point where I don't want to say that we completely wanted to stop, but I consider, you know, a little break, you know, from being on the road, you know, week in, week out, every weekend, sometimes Thursday through Sunday, you know, being gone from home, you know. And not only that, but, you know, when I started in the music, I was at a young age too. And I was also, you know, going to school still, you know, playing sports, doing music, working for the family restaurant, and still maintaining, you know, to be able to go to school every day, get the work done, and you know, so forth and so on. And, you know, it's been a blessing. And then, you know, come about 2018, Junior Aldaco and the Midwest All Stars formed. And this is, you know, we're talking like maybe a 10-year span to where, you know, my dad, you know, not gave up singing, but stopped singing, you know, with
Yes,
the
sir.
band when we came to a group Aldaco. And I asked him and my mom, I approached them, you know, because my kids are older now and have an understanding of what the music life and business is about. And, you know, I came to him and I was like, I want to start the band back up,
Yeah.
but I want to still keep the Aldaco family name in it somehow without having to come back and take the family name Grupo Aldaco back. I want to make it a little bit different, you know, since my dad's going to be my lead vocalist. I want him to be out in front, you know, the front man, the main guy, because this is a reason why I was doing it for. I
Yes.
wanted to come back out to bring my dad back out to the, like, you know, he was like, yeah, we'll try it. We'll do a couple bookings and, you know, we'll see what happens. And then a couple bookings turned into 5 years later. And, you know, a lot of magnificent things been happening for us since then, you know, since 2018. And I told myself, you know, this always been a dream of mine. If I could get my father back out to, you know, be heard one last time, if this is the last ride we're going to take,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I do what needs to be done. Get his voice heard, get the music heard, get some awards if possible. And, you know, let's just say, you know, dreams do become a reality, you know, once you take that step and take that push, you know.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, y'all been killing it not only on the charts out there, all the radio stations out there are dropping y'all's music. You're on pretty much every countdown out there that I see, and you were saying about awards. I mean, y'all get nominated left and right from all sorts of music awards out there. I mean, so it's to me it's incredible. I didn't notice. I apologize to everybody in Michigan. As everybody knows, I'm an old school Marine, and I've been on the East Coast, I've been on the West Coast, and of course, I've been to Texas. I've never really traveled central United States, And I always thought Michigan was like somewhere in the middle. And then I looked because I was trying to find y'all's time zone yesterday. I was like,
Yes.
I told my wife, I was like, holy hell, they're like way up there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy that you're getting that Tejano sound, and not only are we getting the Tejano sound from y'all, we're getting a lot of the traditional sounds out of y'all's band. You know, all the way in Michigan, the traditional Tejano sounds.
Yeah, and that's something. The sound that you hear today is the sound that we had back in the day as well. Cause my uncle Daniel Aldaco, who is my music director, producer, arranger, has always been the one to record the band back in the day.
Yes,
So
sir.
we've always stuck with that unique sound that stands out from everybody else. And
Mhm.
I'm not saying it like in a bad way, because my hat's off to everybody that's doing their thing out there recording, making music. But
Yes, sir.
we've always like chose to stick to a unique sound to where you hear a song, and I've been told this before, everybody knows who it is right
Oh
away.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like by like the voice and then the way the music quality is and that same like pure Tejano, like old school, like saxophone, keyboard sound. Everybody can tell like it's us. And like that's something like, my grandfather tells me too. He was like, you guys have the same sound we did back then, and that's your own unique style. And that's something that when we started back up, that's something we wanted to stick with. When I, would talk to my Uncle Daniel Aldaco, like, like when you put out our first single, it had that same sound that was from back in the day, because you've heard some of our older stuff from like, like Tres Amores, like Grupo Aldaco, like in the 90s
Yes,
and,
sir. Yeah.
so forth and so on. And it all sounds the same. The quality, that just different Tejano sound that's not like everyone else's.
Yeah.
So
And
it's a blessing to be able to have that same.
the thing I like about it though is y'all have that traditional sound, but then y'all throw a little flip in there, like on Contigo Corazon, the keyboard line on that. I love
Yeah.
that sound on the keys. I mean, so y'all have that traditional sound, but then y'all have those little flips in there also that kind of brings it more modern also.
Yeah. And it's something like with the music, when my uncle arranges the music, he just has his own like magic touch to it. It just the way
Hmm.
he thinks about everything, from the way we get the song originally. It's always not the way he's singing it,
Uh-huh.
because he's like old school. He still writes it down and records it on a cassette tape and brings it, and then
Yes.
my uncle will listen to it. It's the same song, but then when my uncle puts the magic to it and my grandfather hears it, he's like, wow. He's like, I can't believe, the song could be flipped that way.
Yeah.
And, the way he arranges and produces everything is just beyond me, and then and like me and him, we have like a close bond to like where when he's arranging and we're getting a song done, he'll send me something of the song, and then we go back and forth and work as a team to let it, to see what's missing there or what we need there, just to to bring that uniqueness to it, and the little twist and all that good stuff. So because you don't want it to be, I mean, all songs are good, but you
Hmm.
want the song to be different, you want it to be
Yes.
catchy, and you want it to have that little like wow, like you hear that keyboard run or like
Yes.
the guitar lead or bass or just any little thing. That's always a plus for a song. You want it to be catchy, and you want something that's always gonna be get everybody on the dance floor.
Yes, sir. And you were talking about how, like, I mean, y'all had that formula back in the days, and you wanted to keep that sound. I remember I did an interview one time with Fama when I was in San Antonio, and we sat down, we're talking, and I was like, y'all sound, talking to Fama, I was like, y'all sound, everybody knows it's a Fama track, and they were like, yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Everybody knows Fama is going to sound a certain way, and
Yes.
and I feel you're the same way. I mean, you're right. Every time a Midwest All Stars track comes up, I mean, everybody knows who it is, you know, and it's the thing about it is not only do they know, but there's people out there that are requesting y'all from across the country, brother. Like we were when we did the last countdown that we did, the top requested. Like I was going through all the emails, and we had so many requests for y'all that, and as I was looking up the people that were requesting, it was from all over the place, brother. Like, how does that feel? That I mean, y'all getting nation wide recognition out there.
It feels amazing. And like I said, everything, happens so fast, and, it's all a blessing. But I think I'm the type of person to where, like, I see it happening, and then there's some moments where I don't, like, let it sink in at that
Yes.
time until, like, I really, like, am, like, by myself, while everybody's sleeping at night. Because, sometimes I have my nights where I'm just, like, up, and then I'm just thinking, like,
Yeah.
wow, man, this is, like, really happening.
Yep.
And what we thought was just going to be a few gigs when, I approached my mom and dad about making the band again.
Yeah.
What I thought was going to be a few gigs, turned into 5 years, and, so much has happened in a short period of time. And, my uncle and my grandfather and dad, tell me too, because internet back then wasn't like it is now today.
Yes, sir.
But, they tell me, like, I can't believe, how much you have done with this group now today than what we have done back then.
Yes.
But mind you, they were with CBS, Sony, Freddie Records back then. They did the Johnny Canales show. They had a great run at the beginning as well too.
Yeah.
But, like with the push that I give the group, and like all the, great gigs we get, and the way we stay busy, I get it, from not only my grandfather and my uncle and my dad, my mom's side of the family, but like other musicians too. They're like, man, my hat's off to you because you push, you push, you push. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a time where we don't see that you're pushing where you guys are performing at, or what's happening next, or what you guys got in the works. Because, like I said in the interview before, you can't just sit back and think, everything's going to come into your lap.
Exactly.
You got to be a person to go out there and go get it. You can't just wait, put a song out, and then like, okay, let's just wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because then if you sit back and just let it be, it's going to stay where it's at. And like I've always learned growing up, like watching my grandfather, because I come from a musical family, like on both sides of the family. My mother's side, with my grandpa Luis Gonzalez, my uncle, my late uncle who passed not too long ago. I got a lot of mentors on both sides of the family, and every time I, visit, on my mom's side, my grandpa, we have our talks about music, and he's always told me, like, whatever you do, do not give up. Just always remain humble. Just always believe in God. Don't stop what you're doing, because you have your pros and cons to the music business, where you're gonna have your critics to where somebody's saying this about you,
Yes.
and then you have somebody saying this, but you gotta just take it all in, and then don't lose no sleep over it, because you know what you're doing.
Yes.
You see the success you're bringing in, and you see who you have behind you 100%.
Yes.
And like you guys, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for always playing our music, pushing us, because that means a lot. Because without DJs, fans, family, giving us that push and recognition, I honestly don't say I would be able to do it without you guys.
Thank you.
Because I can't do it alone, And like
Yes,
I
sir.
say, with my band, I can't do it without them.
Yeah.
As a drummer, you're the heartbeat of the band. They depend on you every show, but you got to understand that you got to depend on them too.
Yeah.
Because there's no way a drummer could do a show by themselves.
Yeah.
Without the voice, or the keyboard player, your music director. Like, it takes a whole village, and not only the band, but like everybody behind the scenes, like my mom, setting up the interviews, taking care of bookings, driving us to where we got to go, reminding me about things because, my mind's everywhere sometimes. And I'm like, man, if my head wasn't connected to my shoulders, I don't know where I'd be sometimes because, like I was telling you earlier before, we came on, I was just getting done with my son's baseball practice. And,
Yes.
I was like, and then you got to interview. And I was telling him, we got to wrap it up, get practice done. I got to get home. Let's, do the interview and whatnot. But, but I do have my nights where, when everybody's in the household sleeping and sometimes I'm up at night watching, like YouTube videos from a live performance and then just looking at the charts we've been on and like award nomination and stuff like that. And I do, it sinks in and then I just like think about it and I'm like, wow,
Yes,
this
sir.
is something that I wanted and this is something that's happening. So
Yeah.
I know
And
I'm talking a lot, but
oh, that's fine.
it
That's how I
means
like
a
it.
lot for sure.
When it comes to like us back in the days compared to us now, like you're still working as hard, but we're working on totally different stands, totally different stages. Back in the days, we were having to work the streets, and getting out there selling our CDs out of the back of a trunk, and
Yep.
and trying to hit every city. If you're going from San Antonio to Amarillo, you're trying to hit every major city, and in between. Whereas now with social media, I was saying the other day, to me, we have a lot more options with social media, from doing quick little clips on TikTok to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Back in the days, we weren't able to do this. Back in the days, I would do interviews, at an FM station, and all the people could do was hear the voice, but they couldn't see the face,
Yeah.
And that's why I like doing interviews like this, because it does put a face to the music. And it's just, that's why I say I love where we're at right now with the industry, because I think we can do so much out there with it, and there might be some new people that are watching right now on YouTube, on Facebook, listening in on any of the platforms we're at, and they're, they could just be introduced to one of their brand new favorite bands out there, because of what we're doing right now. So
yep, and like I agree with you. The internet nowadays is like a lot different, and it helps a lot more. Like
yes, sir.
As far as like bookings go, like we just recently got a booking for September, and they reached out to us and they were like, we've been looking for a band, for my daughter's quinceanera, and it's in a different city of Michigan, and they were like, we seen some of your videos on YouTube, and man, he was like, we haven't heard, a great band in a long time. You guys got a great variety of music. And I give you guys a 5-star. He was like, how do I go about booking you guys?
Awesome.
And things like that, mean a lot because, they actually take the time to study you, see what you bring to the table and, what they're looking for. And, I appreciate everybody because like I said, we got a busy year ahead of us. And I thank everybody that has reached out to us to, be a part of their special occasion.
Yes, sir.
And, like I said, it's all worth it in the long run. It gets tiring sometimes, but
oh yeah,
it's all worth it for everybody out there.
Yeah. Well, I remember talking about the tiring side. I was talking to Ernestine Romero's parents one time. I went to go visit them in New Mexico, and we were, sharing stories and everything. And her dad said one time he told Ernestine, mija, it's getting kind of tiring loading the trailer up and unloading it and going to shows. And you think we can slow down? And he started laughing. He goes, you know what Ernestine told me? I said, what'd he tell you? Or what'd she tell you? And she said, Dad, you're the one that got me into it, so load the trailer.
Yep. And then, like I said, there is some weekends where everybody's just like, oh, dude, either, after the show or beforehand, when we're loading in and whatnot, everybody's like, it does get tiring, but everybody's like, you're young, you're still young, we're older, let's get it moving. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to do whatever it takes, whether I got to do it by myself sometimes or not. But hey, I mean, it's always been a blessing, just to be able to stay busy and keep it moving. And
yes, sir.
I thank everybody, and I it's a blessing. I know that, and like I said, with the whole like nominations, winning awards previously, and like the one we won at the Guadalupe Awards back in Houston.
Yes, sir.
I think was 2021, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And that alone, speaks a lot, from being from Michigan and then being nominated in the top 5 with a lot of amazing groups that are established, and live in the Texas area and are great, great bands. And to be able to win and, bring it back home to Michigan, that was just like a shock. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, people are really paying attention to what we're doing. And, we do have true loyal fans out there who love what we're doing. So,
yes, sir.
And then with the All-Star Music Awards, also in 2021, we went down to San Antonio, played at the nominee kickoff dance.
Yes, sir.
Had an interview at KLMO, and that was something that was like for the books as well. Like to be there live in studio interview, just everything, and then being able to be in the top 5 out of 6 categories, bring in 5 of them back home at the All-Star Music Awards was a blessing, and then being nominated this year as well, that's another blessing, that we didn't see coming. But and to make it short about awards, my award is just putting music out there, and performing and seeing everybody dancing on the dance floor, singing to your music is my award. You know what I mean? I like the recognition. I like, I don't mind winning, but my award is just being able to be, having success at what we're doing right now. And I just like leave it at that. I'm not,
yes, sir.
I just like to stay humble and grounded, and like, my hats off goes out to all the groups out there. I mean, from Texas, all the groups in the Midwest, I'm proud of everybody out there doing their thing every single weekend, keeping busy. And, I congratulate everybody on, their songs that are coming out, songs that they're doing that are coming out soon. I just have respect for everybody in this industry. And, I just want it to be like that for everybody. I want just everybody to be one unit. And, I want to be able to get it back like it used to be back in the 1990s, bigger, Tejano Music Awards shows, where everybody could get together and just have one big party and everybody take the stage and just share all the, everything together as one,
Yeah, I think it's coming back that way. You were talking about your fans, so I got to throw a shout out to everybody listening in right now. Again, if you just barely joined us, this is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Big G's TC Radio, and we got Jared Aldaco and the Midwest All-Stars' very own Carlos Aldaco calling in, guys. And brother, you got all your family on. We've got, of course, you were talking about DJs. We got DJ Lyric from Michigan, always pushing y'all's music out there. We got Josie out there. Of course, Mom Yolanda listening in. A big shout going out to everybody out there. And, of course, your lead vocals out there. Jared, like I said, hello to everybody out there. Coming in at Philadelphia. We got an award-winning artist. She's in the Latin side. But she's an award-winning artist at the New York Music Awards. Won two awards this last year. Evelina Destiny is listening in also, and she said, "I would love to sing with a band. That's cool. Maybe y'all can do a little collab out there." But thank you, ma'am, for listening in out there. And
yeah,
of course,
for sure.
From New Mexico, we got Ronnie out there listening. Another artist also. Do y'all have? Y'all have, of course, George Salazar. Y'all got so many bands up there that I'm still finding. I would still like to. Michigan has a huge amount of Tejano bands up there that I'm just barely learning of. But do y'all have somebody? I know we've got album coming up and everything, but do y'all have like a dream artist that y'all would like to collab with one of these days?
Yeah, yep, for sure. That's one thing that, we've talked about before. well, I want to rewind back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody knows Sonny Osuna, the legend.
Yes.
Back in the day, I want to say about the early 2000s, the 1990s, when he would come to the Midwest, he would actually come by himself, and we would back him up every time he came.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a real good friend of ours, and he actually recorded on a couple songs on one of our older CDs with Group Aldaco.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big collaboration right there, being able to work with the legend as, Sonny Osuna himself. That's a great one. But if we could, I mean, there's, many artists out there that we, enjoy listening to, like, Jay Perez, whether it be Jay Perez or like I know Shelly Lattes is getting ready to, retire or whatnot. But if we could collab, we would like to do any of the artists, anybody that's listening and would want to do something. Hey, we're open to it. And who knows, maybe one day, we could get it done and see what happens with it,
Yes, sir.
Well, we got, there's great artists like, Jay Pettis, Ram, Gary Hobbs, Shelly Lattes, Stephanie Montiel, the list goes on.
Yes.
Even, if there's like new artists that are out right now, like there's a great artist out right now, Gabriela Martinez, that's doing wonderful things. And I want to say that I actually called it, when we were going to a show, and me and my uncle, Daniel Aldaco, were riding out to the show together to go help out another band. And then we, came across the videos. And this, mind you, this was before she came into the Tejano scene.
Yeah.
And I called it to my uncle. I was like, listen, she's a great vocalist. And I was like, I bet you if somebody picks her up or if she makes the right move, she's going to go far. Yeah. And when I said that, and now seeing that it's happening, I'm like, man, see, I called it because I know when people have what it takes to make it in the industry.
Yes,
and she's a young up and coming artist, and she's actually doing it.
Yeah.
And like what's Maria Paula as well.
Yeah,
like all these young artists that are coming up and just now starting. I just want to let you guys know that the sky's the limit. There's nothing in your way that's going to stop you. You want to shoot for it. You want to go for it. Do it. Don't stop. Don't ever give up. But trust me, I mean, there's points where I'm like, man, like, what if, or I just, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, I think it just gets a little tad bit overwhelming sometimes, being the band leader and, bookings and everything. That's why I'm thankful for everybody that helps me. But, I'm just like, and I could tell, my wife, my kids, before the show, I'm just like, I get up, I still get nervous till this day. 30 some years later in the music business, I still, before every show, like I wake up and I'm like, man, I'll get like the bubble guts, I get nervous. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but then, once I get in my right state of mind and we're on the road and we're going, we're set up, we got sound check done, then I'm fine. Yeah. But it's just something, it never happened before, but now that I think we're in a different perspective and like, it's my band and like, I got like so much to think about, like, like I know the show is going to go good because we got a wonderful music director and the group behind me and team. But I think it's just like always so like in my mind, like, okay, you're, everybody's dependent on you. You got all the weight on your shoulders for every song that you guys are going to be playing. You mess up, everybody's messing up. So I think it has a lot to do with like everything in your mind,
I think thinking like that though is always going to keep you ready for anything, and it's always going to keep you wanting to take it to another level. And not get dormant. DJs, we do the same thing. I don't know how many times I've retired. A lot of people that followed me a couple of years ago, know I just had cervical surgery, and I was laid up and I was ready just to stop. I was ready to retire. My body was tired. I did stop doing the clubs, which really killed me, because that's what keeps the DJ going, watching that crowd dancing to y'all's music.
Oh yeah.
But I think we all get to that level, and now that I've hit what I'm doing now, I'm like, man, I can't relax. I gotta be able to take it over to where
Yep.
I'm at right
Yep.
now. So it always keeps you challenging like that.
Yep.
You know,
And that's what I do. I always like a challenge, And then, like I said, being a drummer, you always learn something every rehearsal, practice. There's always something new you're gonna learn because,
yes, sir.
I want to be better than I was the previous show. You want to learn something new. You want to be able to take it up to that next level, like you said. And I
Yes,
want to
sir.
take a moment and congratulate you on your award that you're receiving
Thank you,
at the
sir.
All Star Music Awards this year. My hats off to you because you do so much for this industry. Do the right thing for the right people, like Ernestine Romero. Like seeing the things you've done for her and being behind us like you are, that means a lot to us because it takes a lot to be able to do what you do.
Thank you.
With the countdowns, playing our music, making interviews happen for everybody. My hat's off to you for,
Thank you.
like, from the bottom of my heart and from all the guys and everybody listening in. You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That means a lot. Growing up, my grandmother, I just lost my grandma this last year, and she's the one that raised
Sorry
me.
to hear that.
And she always thought I was going to be a singer or musician because I play everything. And of course, I've been singing since I was little in church and professionally also when I was in California. But when I flipped over to the DJ side, it was like, I wanted to be able to push everybody else's music. I felt like my prime was over and it's time for me to let somebody else be the star. And I love being able to push the music. I love being able to introduce new artists or new songs out there to people because to me that's what it takes to keep our industry alive. Our music that we love so much, that's what it's going to take. And you were saying about like all the new artists. And ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all heard it during Christmas. We got another new artist, and he's going to be a fourth generation of Aldaco. And I'm talking about little Vinny out there dropping it out. So we can't, we're mentioning Gabriella and everybody, but little Vinny's got to get props also.
Yeah, yep. I definitely want to give a big shout out to my son Vinny, for being only 8 years old.
Mhm.
When we took him in, he's always had music in his blood, like me,
Yeah.
starting at the age of 3, 4 years old. That's when he started picking up the little baby accordions and putting sticks in his hands, hitting on the drums. I'm like, man, and then everybody tells me, and I think it was just a God-given talent. He plays a little bit piano and he sings. He knows his keys, what range he needs to be in,
Awesome.
and that was just self-taught.
Yeah.
And then like there's times where he's in his room where his piano's at, and his door's shut. And I'll go over there and I'll creak it open a little bit to watch him. And he's like playing look calming, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, little things
Yeah.
to start off. And if you don't get it right, he knows that he's not right.
Yeah.
And he'll go back over and over until he gets it right. And I'm like proud of him because it's like I said, it's just self-taught. Nothing was pushed upon him. Nothing was forced. It's just something that he always wanted to do. And
He
then
loves it.
when we decided to take him in the studio for the Christmas song, I mean, he did a phenomenal job. He did the recording in one day. And something, a recording that would normally take an artist maybe a day, couple days, maybe
Yeah.
4 or 5, he did it in one. And to be able to do it in English and Spanish,
Yeah.
that's what got me right there. And then be able to sit there with him in the studio and just watch him do what it is that we're doing amazed me. And like my grandpa, he calls me on every day, and he says, I got another song ready for him whenever he's ready. So we got that actually in the works to
Yes.
release another single featuring my son Vinny.
That's awesome.
We haven't decided what we want to do for him yet, but he does have another one coming. And in a few minutes here, I'll bring him in so he could talk to everybody, so everybody can meet him and meet the fourth generation that's coming up next. And
Yeah.
and like I love doing what I do now to pave the way for him, because that was something that was paved for me from my grandfather to my father
Yeah.
and uncles. And it's a blessing to be able to still share the stage with my uncle and my dad, you know. And like I said, if this is going to be their last ride of the music industry, I want to make sure that I do what it takes to get them heard and get them recognized and everything they're doing.
Yeah, because they deserve
Actually,
it.
he's coming right here. Hang on one second.
Yes, sir.
He's trying to chow his food real quick. Everybody wants to say hi to you.
Guys, once again, this is Vinny dropped down his Christmas hit out there, and we're gonna say hi to him right quick.
Yep. Yeah, but it's a blessing, you know. Like I said, he started about at the age 3. We would do like shows, festivals, outdoors. He would take his little guitars, accordions, switch his accordions. He has like maybe 4 or 5 different little ones in different colors. So once he's seen our accordion player switch his, he'll switch his off and change his to a different color. And then, you know, he just like, I'm proud of him, you know, with, you know, not only is he a musician, but he's an excellent student at school. He plays every sport you could think of. So
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I gotta tell Vinny, when I was little, that was what I would do. I would sit in the on my keyboard. Well, back then because I'm a lot older, back then we had a little organ that my grandma got from the church, and I would sit there listening to the Oak Ridge Boys, Alabama, you know, the Statler Brothers, the Platters, and I would play the piano along with them. I'd be listening to that record and playing along with them. And if I hit a wrong note, man, I'd have to rewind that record.
Yep. And that's exactly what he does. Like, you hit one wrong note, he's in there and he's making sure he gets it right. And that's something to be proud of, you know, like he takes the time to do it. And then instead of him wanting to play outside like a normal 8-year-old would, he's in here doing music, or if we have rehearsal, he's like, I'm going with you, like, hang on. So it's a blessing to be able to know that we have a 4th generation to follow. And then who knows, maybe down the road when he's older and has his kid, maybe he could, you know, have a 5th generation going, and then, you know, keep it on from there.
Just
and,
keep the legacy going.
Yep. It's a blessing, though, for sure. He said, 1 second.
Well, let me go ahead and, while he's finishing dinner, let me go ahead and play, guys, if Carlos doesn't mind, I'm going to go ahead and play one of the first tracks that is really hit out there on the on the waves in recent history, and that's El Vessel. And I love the way this one grooved. This is one of the first ones that I was like, man, like that sound is so crisp and so Tejano. And I was like, man, where are these cats from, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and that was when I first, you know, really jumped on y'all and started spinning. So do you mind if I play it right quick?
Yeah, that's fine. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe with the one and only Carlos Aldaco. We're going to drop it down right quick, a little J.R. Aldaco and the Midwest All-Stars on San Antonio's very own Big G's TC Radio. Pura vida, baby. Let's go. Every time I hear it, I want to dance.
Oh, yeah. It's a great tune.
Con un beso tuyo vi llegar al día, por la osadía caí un beso al mar. Con un beso tuyo me dormí cansado, dormías a mi lado de tanto besar. De toda mi alma salieron estrellas que volaron alto para tú llegar. Por un beso tuyo me quedé en silencio, como me preguntas si quiero besar. Por un beso tuyo. No me lo pregunto, que se me vuela el alma. Yo me voy, yo me voy, yo me voy, yo me voy. Por un beso tuyo me quedé en silencio, cuando sin remedio te sentí besar. Por un beso tuyo el amor abuelo fue perdiendo el miedo, se dejó llevar. De toda mi alma salieron estrellas que volaron alto para tú llegar. Por un beso tuyo me quedé en silencio, beso tuyo. No me lo pregunto. Que se me fuera el alma. Yo me voy, yo me voy, yo me voy, yo me voy con un beso tuyo. No me lo pregunto. Que se me fuera el alma. Contigo, contigo, contigo me voy.
I love this breakdown. All right, guys. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Big G's TC Radio. And we got JR Aldaco and Midwest All-Stars very own Carlos Aldaco joining us out there. Again, a big thank you going out to you, brother, for hitting us up and taking your time out there. I know y'all were at baseball practice and everything else going on. It's a school night. Thank you so much for hitting us up, brother.
You're welcome. Thank you again for having us. But I would just want to get Vinny on to say hello to everybody, and I would just want to take a moment and thank everybody that's tuning in, and everybody that supports us and follows us, and everybody that's new tuning in. Just make sure to follow us on Junior Aldaco and the Midwest All Stars Facebook page, and you can find a lot of our live videos on YouTube as well. So I just want to give a big thank you to everybody tuned in, all the listeners, all the new listeners, everybody that's on sharing the video and everything. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, guys, we were talking about little Vinny out there, and in the background, when we get Vinny on right quick, in the background, we got his new single out there for the Christmas, the Jingle Bells. Vinny, thank you so much for joining us. Was it your baseball practice that we were at a while ago?
Yeah.
How did baseball practice go?
Good.
I miss coaching. I used to coach my son's baseball. I coached him 5 years and 4 years in football. But I miss those days. So make sure you keep going with it, brother. So are you ready? Are you ready to do more music? Are you ready to do more songs? Or
Yeah.
yeah, what would you do now? I know your dad's band is already nominated for music awards. What would you do if you did a song and that song was nominated for your music award? Like, how crazy would that be?
Would it be crazy, or would you like it?
That would be crazy.
Have you now? Do your friends at school, do they know that you did a Christmas song that was actually played all over the country? What'd they say about it?
They said that it was better than any other Christmas song.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I know you got a lot of. Have you done your homework already?
Yeah.
Well, always practice. I love the way your dad said that you practice and you're doing good in school and sports and everything like that. Take everything to the highest level, and I can't wait to hear your new song. When you get a new song out, I'm gonna have to get you to do an interview about your song release. I'm gonna call dibs, and I wanna be the first one to release it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, have a good night.
You too.
I love it. It's cool when it starts, way back, with our grandparents, and then each generation, the music just keeps on going. And not because, like you said, not because it's forced or anything, because the music is loved and that's a part of your family. So I love that y'all are doing that, brother.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, it's a blessing, and to be able to have my grandfather here, he'll be 90 in November, and to be able to have him, here with us is still a blessing. And, for him to be able to write us our own original songs is
Yes.
what's key, in the music industry. I think
Yeah.
that's the main key, having your own original songs to record. And I know a lot of groups do covers, and like I said, my hats off to everybody, but I think being original and having your own original songs is a plus, to be able to have a songwriter, a great producer, and then someone to sing the song for you, and then the band to finish it all out. Everybody has a part of it, and it's pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. Now we were talking about the All Star Music Awards out there, and I gotta throw props out to y'all. I mean, y'all got, is it 4 or 5 that y'all been nominated for this year?
5.
5, yeah. I mean, y'all, like I said, from the Guadalupe to the All Stars, multi All Star Music Award nominee. I mean, this is, I mean, all the way from Michigan. Out of all the bands that are in the San Antonio area and just in Texas, and you're able to say you're getting nominated out there for multiple times is just amazing. Are y'all going to be able to make it to the All Stars this year?
This year we have previous engagements ready.
Yes, sir.
So we got a lot of shows booked that weekend. So
Mhm.
unfortunately, we won't be able to make it this year. But in God's grace, if everything goes well, if something, comes out of it, hopefully we could have them sent to us, or we could have somebody accept
sir.
them on our behalf,
I volunteer.
Or actually, if you're going to be there, if something comes out of it, and if you want to accept it on our behalf, we'll greatly appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
It'd be an honor to be able to have you do that for us. So
Thank you, sir.
if we
That'd be
can, we
amazing.
could maybe get a hold of Jesse and let him know, if something good comes out of it, whether it be top 5 medals, an award. If you would like, you could accept it on our behalf, and then, we could talk about it
Yes,
and figure out a way to get it back here to Michigan for us. But yeah,
Yes,
we've
sir.
been nominated for Best Tejano Group, Male Vocalist of the Year, Best Album of the Year, Best Producer of the Year, and Songwriter of the Year. So
Yes, sir.
that's all the categories there, and I just want to take a moment and thank everybody that voted for us. The votes ended on April 1st, but
Mhm.
I know we had quite a few people out there that had told us that they voted for us, and we thank everybody from the bottom of our hearts for supporting us, voting for us, all that good stuff. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, first of all, it'd be an honor to be able to accept for y'all, and I'm gonna be the first to say congratulations because I feel it's gonna happen, brother. I mean, y'all been just really killing it. Y'all's fan base is amazing. Not only from Michigan, but like I said a while ago, nationwide. So just a big congratulations going out to y'all. With the new album being released, it was released at close to the end of last year, wasn't it?
yep, it was released in I believe 2021,
Mhm.
right before we took off to the All Star Music Awards. So
Yes, sir.
it's been out for a couple years now, and we also still have some available if anybody's interested.
Yes, sir.
We got the hard copies, so if anybody's interested, they could reach myself, Carlos Aldaco, on Facebook, or the band page as well again, or my mother Yolanda Aldaco, and we can make sure we get that out to you guys. And
Yes, sir.
we got some new merchandise coming that should be up pretty soon here as well. So once we get that, we'll be able to upload it and let everybody know where they can find it at, and all that good stuff. So
Yes, sir. And what do y'all have coming up as far as new singles, new album? What do y'all got coming up in the near
the
future?
next one we got coming up is another original song that was written by my grandfather, Hugo Aldaco Sr. Yo, I'm trying to remember it all. Yo te quiero de verdad, and that's gonna be another original song that should be out within the next week or two. So
Cool.
we're actually working on it as we speak right now. All the guys are in there getting it done, and we look forward to that. And then right after that, we have sophomore CD following that. So we got
Awesome.
it in the works. So that should be released here pretty soon, maybe towards the end of the year. But with everything, the bookings and everything is keeping us pretty busy. So
Yeah.
we're trying to do everything in between, the shows, rehearsals, just everyday, family life, everybody with their jobs and everything. We try to balance everything out to where, it all works out for everybody and everybody will be, good and not so stressed out.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm looking forward to the new album and also getting it ready to get out there not only for the All Star Music Awards, but get it out there to where it can be nominated at the TMAs. The Hana
Yeah.
Music Awards to get y'all nominated for best new male vocals and best band. I think that'd be amazing to have y'all drop it down like that.
Yep. We definitely look forward to that. With I think with the previous album and then with the new album, we'll be able to make the deadline to be able to be nominated for those categories.
Yes, sir.
If not, maybe possibly more. So,
yes, sir.
God's willing, we'll be able to make it happen and, see what comes out of it. You just got to take it one day at a time and like always plan to take it to the next level. And, like I say, I've always want to, that new group of Frontera, doing marvelous things as well. And I tell my wife all the time, we'll watch videos on the YouTube and their sold out shows. I'm like, what is it? What, how,
Yeah.
but it takes, like I said, it takes time and you got to level it up and whatnot and just take it to the next level to get there. And that's something I plan to do, is take it to the next level and hopefully be there one day, sold out arenas, who knows?
Well, y'all doing it the right way. I mean, to get out there, get the fan base that you got what you're doing, staying on social media, it just takes getting to the right events, and that was good. That's a good segue going into my next question. I mean, we've got events coming up. We just barely finished Fanfare with the Hana Music Awards. But we got the Vegas convention coming up. We got so many different events. Are y'all going to be able to attend some of the big ones out there?
Yep, that's something that we've been discussing actually lately because I don't know if you heard about the Mexican Fiesta in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that they normally have every year.
Mm-hmm.
We actually did that one in 2020, was it? Or I think it was 21. It was after the COVID happened because we were listed to perform at the Mexican Fiesta before COVID. So it was after. And to be able to make it to that fiesta, a lot of people say that's the big show right there. That's a big, that's you could, when you did that fiesta there, that means you're getting to that point, to be able to play at the fiesta. That specific fiesta is not just you guys can play type deal. It's like a whole committee board has to, vote you on, listen to your music. And we were fortunate enough to do that. So we look forward to doing many more big things like that.
Awesome.
Fiesta as well. And make our way down to Texas as well. It's been being talked about actually. Got a few phone calls this last week about coming to Texas. So we're working on that. And we could let everybody know when that's going to be and when it's going to take place. So we're excited about that as well. So
we're going to have to get you over here to Washington. I'm over here in the Seattle area now, but I know Bosco and Sunnyside, they're always throwing big concerts over there. So I'm going to have to get a hold of some of the folks over there and get you over here to Washington.
We're definitely ready to come to Washington as well. Just if you could get something going for us, we'll definitely make our way that way. And because I noticed they got a big Tejano scene over there as well.
Yeah.
So
I was shocked. We went the other day to Sunnyside, DJ Milo D, and he invited us to one of his shows. We went over there, and it was like we pulled into Sunnyside, and I'm over here where the mountains are, and we passed the mountain, and then it started getting flatter and flatter and flatter, and then we saw feedlots, and I'm like, dude, am I back in Texas? Like, what the hell? And then we were pulling up to places and people are jamming Tejano, and I'm like, dude, this is Sunnyside is Little Texas. That's what it is. So I was very shocked that it has such a huge base out there with Tejano. We're gonna have to get you up
shocking,
here.
like a lot of people had told us too, with many interviews, they were like, what part of Texas are you guys from? Until I told them, we're from Michigan, and they're like, wow. But the Tejano scene is pretty much everywhere now.
Yes.
I heard Idaho as well.
Mhm.
Idaho, Washington, Arizona, throughout the Midwest. It's like
Yeah.
happening everywhere. So
Yeah.
I see a lot of good things happening for a lot of artists and everybody that's in the Tejano industry. And like I said, my thing is, to everybody, just keep pushing forward and keep working hard and keep doing what you're doing, and never give up or
Yes, sir.
stop. On the behalf of anybody saying this and that, because it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
There's always going to be the criticism, all that good stuff. But
Yeah.
everybody's here doing music for a reason, and they got to just keep going.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you again for your time. Before I let you go, I mean, what would you like to say to all your supporters, your followers, the new fans listening in now? What would you like to say to everybody out there, brother?
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody that supports us, everybody that downloads our music, streams it, requests it everywhere. I want to thank you guys, for the top countdown for March, the
Yes,
20
sir.
top hit list for March. We're appreciative of that, making that list. It's not every day to where, being from Michigan, that your music could be heard like that and
Yes,
on
sir.
charts, with all amazing artists from the Texas area.
Yes, sir.
But I just want to thank the team as well, everybody that helps us every weekend. The band, for doing a magnificent job, being dedicated, loyal, committed, being there every night, every weekend. The team, everybody that, helps sets the interviews up, the bookings, all that. And, to my family, my household, my family, for being so supportive and understanding, that I'm out there doing it for, my kids and everyone to have, leave something behind for them to look at,
Yes,
when
sir.
they grow older. And like I said, for my son, if he takes over, then he knows, what needs to happen and how it needs to go. And just, maybe he'll become a songwriter too one day. Who knows, but
Yes, sir.
I just want to thank everybody, all the new listeners that are tuned in. And then you, also Leona Promotions out of San Benito, for doing all the hard work of promoting.
Yes.
And you as well for doing a magnificent job by supporting us, playing our music. And
Thank you, sir.
again, congratulate you on your award that you're receiving this year.
Thank you.
It's very well deserved. And like I said, if anything happens for us while you're there, if you could just do us the honors and accept it for us, we'll greatly appreciate that. We
I
want
got
to
you.
leave that in your hands, because, you do so much for us. And, I wouldn't want anybody else to do that for us than
Thank
you
you.
yourself. So
Thank you very much.
we thank everybody, and, keep following us. And we got new music coming
I can't wait.
along with a new music video. I know we said it was coming soon, but we're trying to, tidy up the editing and all that good stuff. So when the music video comes out, it's a good, good vision and everything for everybody. So
Yes,
we
sir.
look forward to that too, and that should be coming pretty soon here. We're still in the works with that, and then the new single. So
Well,
just everything, I just want to,
when y'all get done with it,
invite everybody just to follow us, request our music as they can. And we look forward to seeing you all here in a city near you.
yes, sir. Well, when y'all get that music video and also the new single, I can't wait to spin it. So make sure I get my hands on that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely send it to you, and maybe we could do like a world premiere of it. So
That'd be awesome. My boss out there, Vic Gonzalez, Vic G, he said, he asked, are y'all going to be in Milwaukee this year? Because he is going to be in Milwaukee. The team from the Milwaukee Fest went to San Antonio for the gala just to meet up with Vic.
Awesome.
And they asked him if he can go up there and help promote it and do what Vic does, So are y'all going to be able to make it to Milwaukee this year, or?
I think that was kind of in the works right now. So if we do, we'll be able to, post that for everybody. But
Okay.
I just want to say, a big thank you to the Milwaukee Fiesta for having us
Yes,
a
sir.
couple years ago. It was a magnificent time, and hopefully we could do it again. But,
Yes,
if we
sir.
do, we'll be able to post it for everybody. But
Cool.
I just
Well, if
want to
y'all
say hello
do,
to Big G as well for for doing, you know, everything he does for us, and, you
He's
know,
amazing.
follows us and takes good care of us. So
Yeah. Well, if y'all do, make sure y'all hook up with Vic. If
Yeah, for
anybody
sure.
knows how to party, it's Vic.
Yeah. As long as we wake up the next day for the next show.
Well, brother, again, thank you so much for joining me and kind of giving us a little story and sharing with our listeners out there, you know, the story of the Midwest All Stars, and just keep doing what y'all doing, brother. I mean, y'all are killing it right now. Not only were y'all on this last month's top 20 most requested hit list, but y'all were on the month before also. I mean, so y'all are staying steady on there, and the cool thing about our countdown is Vic wanted to do it to where it's not based on radio play, where it's based on people requesting. He wanted to make it, you know, a countdown that the people wanted, you know, and so I think that means a lot more to all the artists out there, because their fans are the ones that are requesting it and voting actually for it. So yes, sir. But congratulations going out to y'all. Just keep doing what y'all doing, brother.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we'll definitely keep in touch, and hopefully we could do another one with my grandfather and father, and do,
that'd be amazing.
Like you know, the history, and you know, with the old albums and the 8-tracks and all that good stuff, to be able to play the old and new, and just let everybody know how my grandfather actually started with his, and then, you know.
That kind of gives me an idea, brother. I know you saw it a while back. Stephanie Montiel, it gave me her very first album. I got it right here behind me. Her very first album. She was 9 years old when she released it. And I pulled out my record player, and I put the camera on top of the record player where you can see it spinning, and I played every track off that album. You know, you could hear the crackling of the record.
Yeah.
And it was kind of how did I name it? I named it Before They Were a Star. You know, so that would be awesome to get one of y'all's original albums out there and just let you hear the crackle of the needle and just let it play for all the fans. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would definitely be neat. We'll definitely get together and talk about it and see when we can make that happen.
Sure.
Because we do still have some of those albums put away, sealed up. So we'll be able to make it happen, and, you know, let everybody know a little more history about everything. So
thank you. Well, thank you for your time, and tell Vinny I said thank you and congratulations to him, and good luck on his baseball season, and appreciate it, brother. We'll talk to y'all later.
Yep. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Once again, this is Karaoke Joe with J.R. Aldaco, the Midwest All Stars' very own Carlos Aldaco. Let's go and throw it down contigo, corazón. Let's go.
El día que nos conocimos, corazón, dijiste que me querías con mucho amor.
right, guys. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe, and a big thank you going out to Carlos Aldaco for joining me out there and just let me share a little bit of their story for you guys. If there's something you want to hear, we're going to go ahead and throw down keep the rotational music going out there, guys. So just let me know. It's going to keep it rolling out here. A little shock one out to Sandra out there listening again. Little request going out to California.
Hoy solo me quiero
Let's go.
Estoy lista para lo que me va a venir. Entro en la disco y veo a todo el mundo feliz. Todos bailándola, todos cantando una canción que dice así. Hoy voy a vivir, voy a disfrutar, que la vida es una y nada más.
Little shock one out to DJ Lyric. Thank you, brother. Right, guys, once again, a big thank you going out to everybody for joining us out there. Something you want to hear, just let me know. We will drop it down with you. Let's go.
Siento fuego al mirarte, solo contigo yo soy feliz. Mil caricias quiero darte, siempre tenerte juntito a mí. Nada me importa, quiero besarte. Se vuelve loco mi corazón, mirar tus ojos y acariciarte. Te quiero tanto, mi dulce amor. Toda la noche pensando en tu amor. Beso a la almohada, imagino tu voz. Sueño en volver a sentir tu pasión. Te necesito, ven pronto, mi amor. Te necesito, mi amor. Ven y yo te haré muy feliz. Te necesito, mi amor. Ven y ya no me hagas sufrir. Te necesito. siempre tenerte juntito a mí. Nada me importa, quiero besarte. Se vuelve loco mi corazón, mirar tus ojos y acariciarte. Te quiero tanto, mi dulce amor. Toda la noche pensando en tu amor. Beso a la almohada, imagino tu voz. Sueño en volver a sentir tu pasión. Te necesito, ven pronto, mi amor. Te necesito, mi amor. Ven y yo te haré muy feliz. Te necesito, mi amor. Ven y ya no me hagas sufrir. Te necesito, mi amor. Ven y yo te haré muy feliz. Te necesito, mi amor. Ven y ya no me hagas sufrir. Ven, mi amor. Ven, mi amor.
Mi amor, Cortés, es que te quiero tanto. Dame una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad.
Solo una noche quiero yo contigo, pa' pasarla rico y solito pegadito. Soy un hombre muy sincero y te lo repito. Como tú te mueves me tienes enloquecido. Olvida los problemas, ven a pasarla bien. Noches en Miami con billete de a 100. Nadie se compara contigo, dime quién. Dices que me extrañas, yo te extraño también. Se vuelve loca cuando le ponen racata. Bebé, por favor, dime qué es lo que va a pasar. No te preocupes que siempre te voy a cuidar. Bebé, te prometo que nada te va a pasar. Solo una oportunidad para estar en tu vida. Muy linda, muero si tú te vas. Girl, I really like it when you move like that. How you move like that.
Una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad.
Atrévete, baby, déjate llevar. Au, au. Tú sabes lo que digo, lo que siento por ti es real. Au, au. Abrázame muy fuerte y no me dejes ir. Cuando estás a mi lado yo soy feliz. Te prometo besos y caricias, motivarte y causarte sonrisas. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, baby, te amo es verdad, pero primero dame solo.
Dame una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad para enseñarte cómo soy. Un hombre de verdad y yo te cuidaré. ¿Qué es que lo que necesito hacer? Quiero estar contigo, pero dame una oportunidad.
Oh, see the youngin'.
All right, guys, a little shout going out to Miss Yolanda out there listening in, and a big thank you going out to all the Aldaco family and supporters out there for listening in, guys. You want to hear something? Just let me know. We still got a couple of minutes on there.
De que te vayas, déjame mirar.
Let's go.
Una vez más ese rostro que nunca he de olvidar. Me dices sinceramente que me has dejado de amar. Descuida, yo bien comprendo y te sabré perdonar. Cuida de tu vida en tu camino. Yo siempre pediré a Dios por ti, por ese corazón que me dio tanto, pero acabó mi encanto y lo perdí. ¿Qué va? Perdona si te fastidio, pero es que es mi sentir. Tal vez no tengo la forma de lo que quiero decir. Quisiera pedirte el beso que borre los del ayer, mas no te quito tu tiempo, te puedes ir, ya lo ves. Cuida de tu vida en tu camino. Yo siempre pediré a Dios por ti, por ese corazón que me dio tanto, pero acabó mi encanto y lo perdí.
Once again, a little shout out to Yolanda out there listening in, and a big thank you going out to her for hooking up the interview and giving us a little bit of the time of the Dog Club family. Let's go. The brand new single, Cesar Amad, Stephanie Montiel. Let's go. I love this.
Yo voy a dejarte de querer cuando me dé la gana.
Get it, Stephanie.
Yo voy a arrancarte de mi piel cuando me dé la gana. Porque aquí en este maldito corazón, pues yo soy
Once again, the amazing Cesar Mal, Stephanie Montiel. Got a little request going out to Andrea out there listening in. Little Bobby Sanchez Band, number 1, 2 months in a row on your top 20 most requested hit list. Let's go. Little shock going out to Elvis Gonzalez out there. Shot going out to Yolanda Dominguez.
Se me echó una herida que me está doliendo. Es que sin ti la vida no es nada. Sin ti la vida para mí se acaba. Sin ti la vida no tiene sentido. Sin ti no es vida si no estás conmigo. Sin ti no es vida.
Once again, a little request going out to Andrea out there listening again. Thank you so much. Your number 1 on the top 20 most requested hit list right here on TC Radio.
Conmigo, sin ti no es vida, sin ti no es vida, sin ti no es vida.
Little request going out to Yolanda. Asking ye shall receive. Arely C. Come on now. I love that look she gives.
Hoy salí a beber, ya no creo en amores. Ando en busca de otra piel que no ponga condiciones. No pongas pretextos, no entiendo razones. No quiero tus dulces peluches ni flores. Hoy voy a salir y me voy a divertir, nada me detiene.
Little shot going out to the one and only Bobby Sanchez.
Nuestro fue un error y no me sorprende. Un error lo comete cualquiera y es normal que al principio duela. No voy a tropezar con la misma piedra. Habiendo tantos peces en el mar, me sorprende que yo me quise quedar.
I got you, Sandra.
Y ya no quiero hablar, viniendo de ti no hay nada para rescatar. No tengo intención y pienso volver a llorar por un hombre que a mí no me supo valorar. Hoy salí a beber, ya no creo en amores.
DJ Zorro.
De otra piel
de buscar, mira qué cínico. Porfa, deja de llamar, pero qué tóxico. Te voy a bloquear, ya me cansé. Voy a apagar el celular.
There she goes.
Habiendo tantos peces en el mar, me sorprende que yo me quise quedar. Habiendo tantos peces en el mar, me sorprende que yo me quise quedar. Hoy salí a beber, ya no creo en amores. Ando en busca de otra piel que no ponga condiciones. No pongas pretextos, no entiendo razones. No quiero tus dulces peluches ni flores. Hoy salí a beber, ya no creo en amores. Ando en busca de otra piel que no ponga condiciones. No pongas pretextos, ya no entiendo razones. Ya no quiero tus dulces,
All right, guys. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Big G's TC Radio. If y'all barely joined me, make sure when we're done, you watch the replay, guys, out there. We had Carlos Aldaco from J.R. Aldaco, the Midwest All-Stars, called the end and gave us a little behind the scenes of the Midwest All-Stars, the history of the family, 4 generations of music right there, guys, and just an amazing story that he has. So make sure when we finish off, guys, I'm going to share the replay. Go out there and check out the interview with Carlos Aldaco. Little shout out to Miss Sandra out there all the way in California, and we just got through playing her track out there out at LEC out there in California. Thank you so much for joining me. Lish in New Mexico out there. Thank you so much, Lish. And of course, at your number 1 hit on the top 20 most requested hit list, Bobby Sanchez out there listening again. Thank you so much. Little shout out to Yolanda. We got Yolanda Aldaco and Yolanda Dominguez out there listening again, guys. So a big thank you going out to all the Yolandas. Guys, I hope everybody started off your week off right. And I hope it keeps going smooth. Positive vibes out there, guys. Positive vibes. Since I do got the Yolandas out there, I'm going to go and throw a track going out to them. We've got Jaime Los Camachos coming up. El Dorado Band, Rick Fuentes, Rick Valderrama, and I think I'm going to go ahead and finish it off right there. That should hit me up for the top of the hour out there. But again, a big thank you going out to not only Carlos, but the entire family of Aldacos that listened in. Thank you so much. And of course, all the fans of the Midwest All-Stars out there, guys. Again, a big congratulations going out to the band. In all their success. And guys, those of y'all that missed it, Carlos said that if they have the honor and blessings of winning at the All-Star Music Awards, that if I could receive the awards for them, and that is a huge, huge honor. Thank you so much, sir, for that. And it's just, that's a huge honor. Thank you so much. Big shout going out to Yolanda out there for hooking up the interview. Something that we had been in the works for a while, but between my schedule and their schedule, we were back and forth, and but a big thank you going out to Yolanda for letting it happen and everything. But speaking of Yolandas, let's take it off. San Antonio's very own Big G's TC Radio. Pura vida, baby. Let's go.
Yolanda. Sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y por ti me muero, Yolanda. Sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y me desespero. Y solo espero que me digas que sí, para no vivir desesperado. Y solo espero que me digas que sí, para no vivir desesperado. Porque en un tiempo me hiciste tan feliz, las pocas horas que pasé a tu lado. Porque en un tiempo me hiciste tan feliz, las pocas horas que pasé a tu lado. Yolanda, sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y por ti me muero, Yolanda. Sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y me desespero. Y solo espero que me digas que sí, para no vivir desesperado. Y solo espero que me digas que sí, para no vivir desesperado. Porque en un tiempo me hiciste tan feliz, las pocas horas que pasé a tu lado. Porque en un tiempo me hiciste tan feliz, las pocas horas que pasé a tu lado. Yolanda, sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y por ti me muero, Yolanda. Sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y me desespero.
All right, guys. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining in. A big thank you going out to Carlos out there and all the Aldaco family. We will see y'all Wednesday. Again, this is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Big G's CC Radio. Pura vida, baby. Let's go.